Just to give you a brief introduction of Dar es Salaam, like other cities, it also has the normal challenges of urban experiences, and that's what called for Dar es Salaam to initiate the program early enough in 1998, immediately after Istanbul, and thanks to France, who was there with us to initiate the program. We started in Dar es Salaam focusing on 4 main areas as a city, to look on how to build the institutional capacity of the city to coordinate the program. We were challenged with law enforcement of taking issues into implementation and maintenance of law and order in the city. We also had a problem on how to address the underlying causes of crime in the city, which was also another area that Safer Cities dealt with. But the overall was how to document and disseminate all the experience that were generated from the experience, so that other cities, other towns in Tanzania could also come on board. We were led to adopt the approach because of the legal frameworks that exist in our country that enabled us to go ahead into implementing the program. First and foremost is the constitution of the country, which puts in priority that all local authorities should implement issues of safety, maintain safety and security in their areas of jurisdiction. It's right there in the constitution, and by that, city managers are answerable to also demonstrate how they are implementing that. But further to that, we have the Local Government Act of 1982, which also put priority on issues of safety and security under Section 54. Among the first 3 main roles of the local authorities, one of them is maintenance of peace and security, and also to work with partners in developing local initiatives for crime prevention. After demonstrating for a couple of years in partnership with UN Habitat, with support of Netherlands government, and again with CEDA, we managed to develop some lessons that were evidenced by other cities in the country, and other mayors were coming to Dar es Salaam to see how we are able to demonstrate this role, bringing people to work with the police and other partners in crime prevention. So way back in 2005, 2006, we had mayors forum from 7 cities in the country who came across to learn from Dar es Salaam. And it was from this consultation that it was agreed that these cities should upscale the program from Dar es Salaam and go back to their towns to start implementing the approach of Safer Cities. In 2 years' time, working with these cities, launching the Safer Cities initiative, bringing partners to work with the cities, they were able to first put the issue in their own institution. That is to make sure that each town had a section which had an expert or a coordinator or a focal point who will be answerable on the initiatives, but also to put in their budget, make sure that during the annual budgets, there is a budget which is allocated to facilitate implementation of activities at the community level, but also to create a linkage with the local police in the area so that they can carry together the exercise of crime prevention, especially in the awareness creation among the community members. After the exit of UN Habitat, which was 2008, in 2009 we had to sit again and see how are we going to carry on or proceed with the work. And the first thing that we did was to look at the strategy that was implemented during that framework. We managed to prepare a national strategy for urban crime prevention. And this is the tool that is leading us, which is shared by other partners to see what they are required to do where and when. Through that strategy, accompanied by other processes that are ongoing, for example, the local government reform program, which is also going on through the police. We had a policy for the past 5 years on decentralization by devolution. We call it shortly D by D. This has gave us a lot of strength, because by devolution, the police now are able to come down to work with the communities. And when they come to the communities, to the local authorities, they want to find the local authorities ready or prepared to work with them, to accept them, to sit together and strategize on how to work on prevention. And this has given us a lot of strength, because now we are working together as partners in the scaling up. As I'm speaking, for the past 2 years, the government has made a circular to all local authorities that the issue of crime prevention or the issue of safety and security is an agenda to all local authorities. And in this, because of that, budget guidelines that goes to all local authorities has a priority, that each local authority preparing a work plan and budget for the parliament to pass must contain budget for implementation of initiatives for crime prevention. And this has stimulated a lot of activities in local authorities. And it enables now the executive officers in the local authorities to approach the police, which was never before like that, so that they partner in taking on board issues of crime prevention. So they are working together. Before I came here, we are working on, we sat together with the police, and we thought at the local level, we want first to see how law enforcement is being achieved by local authorities. So we were together, working together, 4 ministries: the Ministry of Finance, the Ministry responsible for service, civil service, Ministry of Home Affairs and the police, and the local government, to see how we can help local authorities establish law enforcement mechanism through auxiliary police. This, they will work at local level, at the ward level, to work with the communities. But also the police, they are, through the reform of the police, they are also going down to the ward level. And here we partner up the police and the local authorities in the maintenance of law and order. But also, we were also working on the training. The training is now, we have identified a single institute that will be doing the training of local police to mainstream issues of crime prevention, specifically for tailor-made specifically for crime prevention at local level. So we have also finished that document, and it's going to be passed during the coming parliament sitting coming this July. In this, we have challenges, of course, to pull down resources that will be enough to implement the strategy as according to the span, which we expect it to be to get the outcomes by 2015. We also have challenged to bring in the training institutions to take on board issues of urban planning, to put into their training curriculum issues of safety and security. We are still discussing, but also issues of youth in other municipalities is also a big challenge to the program. But we are looking forward to mainstream it. Once it is mainstreamed in the local authorities, we are sure that something will come on board to implement the strategy as we intend it to be. Thank you.